chat. Hello, welcome. Second here, man. Er, Hello, how are you? Just doing great, huh? Damn it. I think I messed something up here, man. See if it fixes it. See if German technology can fix itself. I was trying to set the time on the clock, and I may have screwed up here, ladies and gentlemen. Because it is not actually 5. It's actually 5:57 a.m. in the morning. Oh, okay. Three, 4, 5. I learned that on Sesame Street. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'd let the clock wind down the other day, so I have to reset the time. Okay, and in 2 minutes, it's going to be. Let's get that set. All right. Well, it's December 8th, 2024. Looks like Assad is stepping down in Syria, and weird stuff going on in France. What else is going on in the world? Got, well, we still have a little while till the big inauguration of Trump. Recording Thor cartoons. Oh, you've seen enough of that. You can't. Disney doesn't allow you to show the Thor cartoon from 1966 or play the sound, so I have the sound down. Otherwise, I'd be listening to the magnificent sound of the 1966 Marvel superheroes cartoon. But Disney has that all sewn up. It's forbidden to see it or hear it. Disney's got some new Star Wars thing called Skeleton Crew. What the hell is that? I became aware of it because I saw someone on Facebook flipping off a big sign in Los Angeles that said Skeleton Crew, and I said, "Well, this must be something that people dislike." And it turns out it's a Star Wars, I guess, a TV series. God, how I love Star Wars. From 1977 to 1983, those wonderful years, the 3 original movies, and what is Star Wars now? I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, incredible, huh? Well, um, it's Christmas here at the Hotel Orloff. Of course, it's Christmas all year long here, and Halloween all year long here. But it actually is Christmas season. Last night I went out to get my wife some food, and I was about to get in the car, and I see there's a bunch of parade floats down the street about they're about to start the annual Christmas parade, which starts a block from my house. And I thought, oh no, I got to beat the Christmas parade, man. Because the Christmas parade goes down the street and then goes around the town square. And the town square was where I was going to get my wife and myself two fish dinners. And I had to get to the Dollar General first to get her some bottled Mexican. Look, I just tripped on these bottled Mexican Cokes. I just tripped on the bottle. What's the chances of that? Anyway, this is in Mexico. They they actually use sugar. Yeah, they actually sugar. You can see it there. So it tastes like the way Coke used to before they started using high fructose corn syrup here in the States. And I just saw a minute ago that the United States may ban red dye number two or whatever. I could have sworn they banned that when I was a little kid, but someone brought it back. And all this stuff that they put in our food is illegal in other countries, but here it's all okay. But hopefully, Robert Kennedy Jr. was going to rectify all that mess. Right, Drew? Yeah, they've been. So, anyway, the cereal that people give their kids is illegal in other countries. But then in Canada, books published since the year before the year 2000 seem to be illegal, So, I don't know. But I think they're right about the state of our food, man. How about that? All right, we got stuff to do here, man. So let's go. Dog likes to play with those water bottles. She likes to decapitate, get the cap off of them. Okay. Well, tried to watch a movie with my wife last night. I kept falling asleep, and it was making her angry. It's like, how can I help falling asleep? The movie wasn't boring. It was a great movie, but I was so sleepy, man. I just couldn't help. Yeah, it's we were watching Meet Me in St. Louis, the Judy Garland movie. And I saw that it was directed by Vincent Minnelli, who would, I guess, fell in love with Judy Garland on the set of the movie, and they married and produced Liza Minnelli. Um, I guess Judy Garland was 21. She got weirder and weirder looking as she got older. Um, she was in Wizard of Oz and the Andy Hardy movies. Oh man, when did the Andy Hardy movies start? Um, yeah, I remember seeing those Andy Hardy movies on Channel 11 growing up, and with Mickey Rooney and it's funny how it wasn't until like a few months ago that I realized, oh, the Archie comic books, they're kind of based on the Andy Hardy movies. That's what. Um, but oh well, she was a MGM contracted star, had a beautiful voice, but um, that's the movie that the song "Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas" comes from, and that song has always had a tremendous sense of melancholy about it. Being a song from 1944 during the war, and um, it's It just seems like it has, the lyrics. If you pay attention to them, are, you know, hoping someday we'll all be together and all of that, if the fates allow. Um, there's a Wolfman and Skeleton Crew that looks pretty cool. Oh, they got a Wolfman in there. That must be based on that Wolfman in the cantina scene in Star Wars. That's because I don't think that Disney's capable of anything new or original. But maybe it's cool. The assumption is that it's going to be shitty. Um, but I've been proven wrong. My first go-to thought, the hell are you doing up, Kevin? Man, what the hell? It's like four in the morning. Oh, I can turn up this because Hanna Barbera doesn't care if the sound of their. You see, I can have this playing in the background. It won't be a problem at all. But if I have the Marvel superheroes, or now this is a Marvel hero, but this is owned by Hanna Barbera. This cartoon, Disney has control of those 1966 Grand Tree Lawrence Marvel superheroes cartoons, so we'll never see them. Oh shit! Drew, don't mess with that. Those are original pages from my fanzine, man. What do you think? What are you thinking, man? Dog, stop sucking on that. I found some original pages from the Sophisticated magazine I used to do in the 80s and 90s. Drew's wanting to mess them up, man. Drew, that's my legacy, man. Don't do that. How about that? Man, this cartoon is great. That damn uh, Saturday morning, 1967. Man, I'll tell you. Hold on a second. I can actually show you, I think. Because I was just looking at something. Let me show you. Oh, come on. Yeah, I didn't need to do that. Hold on a second. Um, just a second. Oh, this is where they have it's a Submariner episode, but they can't call him the Submariner. I remember this. They have to call Submariner Triton in this episode, but they can still use the name Lady Dorma. Just a minute, I got to delete some pictures. Oh yeah. Just a minute. Okay, now look at this. Saturday morning, 1967. The ABC. You start with this Fantastic Four cartoon from Hanna Barbera, and then you got this. Let's see. Does it have the order? I can't even read that. Spider Man was from Grand Tree Lawrence, the same studio that did the Hulk, Captain America, Thor, Submariner. Who am I leaving out? Hulk. Did I say Hulk? The cartoons from 1966. In '67, they did Spider Man, but with more less limited animation. So you've got Casper, what is that? Journey to the Center of the Earth. I've seen that some, but I don't know that cartoon as well. The King Kong cartoon was actually animated in Japan. It was an American cartoon, but contracted out to Japan to produce. And then that movie, King Kong Escapes, is really based on that cartoon. They've got the same villain, Doctor Who, no relation to the British Doctor Who. George of the Jungle, a fantastic cartoon, and the Beatles was a great cartoon too. Um, really, really was. That's a tremendous Saturday morning lineup. I mean, it really has no. It's and then on the other networks they were playing all kinds of superhero stuff, Space Ghost, all that. It was just a great time to be a kid. Comics were great. Um, Movies were great. Music was great. Just a great time. But I don't really remember that era because I was 2 years old. I remember this era when the Atlas comics came out. That was when I was in fourth grade. I thought I was part of some new. I thought I missed the 1960s, but I'm part of this new wave of comics, and it didn't last long. Um, I'm just going through all these pictures that I don't really need here. Okay, so I don't know what Skeleton Crew is about. I assume it's about a bunch of Star Wars mercenaries or something. Yeah. So anyway, I got to the restaurant and back before the parade started, and I told my wife, "Hey, there's a parade about to start." And, and then we heard the police sirens go off. They always start when they begin a parade while we're eating. And then I went down and said, maybe I can see the end of the parade. It was already gone. It's not a big parade. It's not like the Macy's Thanksgiving parade. It's just a few local businesses have lit up floats. Yeah, how about that? I've been doing a lot of cleaning stuff around here. Hey, what's the name of this episode? What did I name this episode? What is it supposed to be about? Is it like a Christmas episode? Maybe we should talk about Christmas. I accidentally scheduled 3 live streams today, so maybe at a certain point I'll have to stop one and go on to the next one. All right. Sorry, just cleaning the kitty litter box. I got a ton of stocking that I need to hang by the chimney with carrots if we don't have a chimney. Although I see an old picture from the 1920s here of the house, and I see that there used to be a chimney. Yeah, there used to be a chimney. So I'm assuming that there was a fireplace right here, man. That the chimney was taken out and they put in. This is a big air duct that goes from the basement up to the attic. Look at this, man. Did you have one of these recorders when you were a kid? I had one that looked exactly like this, but I never had this groovy box that looks like it belongs in Jan Brady's bedroom. Man, I'm gonna put this in the store, man. I'm not selling it. No, I got a little imaginary store here. Looks good there. Like it's a product for sale. Remember that Winston tastes good like a cigarette should. This would have been on the counter in an old store, when you're counting your change. This is it's like, but where do I put it, man? It's got to be a good place for it right here, man. I'm starting to get hungry. What is it? Oh, man. Drew, do you want to go on a walk? My hair is still wet from the shower, and I'm offering to take the dog on a walk. See, that's because I'm such a nice guy, man. My mother always said, never go outside with your hair wet. You'll catch your death of cold. I don't think she said you'll catch your death of cold. I heard that in some movie. I don't think she said that. Okay. Yeah. Sunday morning. There's a great song by the Velvet Underground. Sunday morning. You know that song? There's a lot of great songs involving Sunday. Sunday will never be Sunday will never be the same. That's Spanky and our gang, right? And then there's will you be leaving after Sunday or go home on Monday? Who was that, man? That that's a really good song. Okay, yeah, the dog wants to walk. Yeah, it's a fantastic cartoon, man. The guy doing Reed's voice, that's the same guy that does Race Bannon's voice in Johnny Quest, right? I'm pretty sure. I could be wrong. Oh, I gotta get just a moment. Everything's perfect with these Hanna-Barbera cartoons. The music, the voices, it's the all exciting, stirring music. That's what Creature Commandos needed instead of that stupid Gogol Bordellos music. Is this cool Hanna-Barbera sounding. Hoyt Curtin was the guy that wrote that music for these. Oh man, how are you guys doing on this wonderful morning? Better check my tire. I had it fixed yesterday. Make sure it's still doing okay. Man, he's flaming on underwater. How's he doing that? I don't remember. I'm sure there's a scientific explanation to that. Uh, okay. Remember those idiots a few years ago that wore the shirts that said science? They thought they were so brilliant. They were making fun of the people that didn't believe what they were told by their masters. It's like, how could Dr. Fauci be wrong? He's a scientist, and scientists, haven't you ever seen a Universal horror movie? Don't you know that some scientists are evil? Some scientists are mad? Boy, have you seen Biden lately? Man, he's letting his hair fly in the wind. He looks real bad, and he looks real bad. They're letting him look bad. You know what it reminds me of? I doubt any of you have seen a movie called Caligula, but Peter O'Toole at the beginning of Caligula, who played Tiberius Caesar, he looks at Peter O'Toole in the beginning of that movie. Man, Biden does. So that is not a compliment to Biden. I mean, they had goddamn what a movie that was. Late 70s, I'll tell you. That was the favorite movie of my friend Tom, my late friend Tom. So that and Dirty Harry, and we're walking. Yes, indeed, we're talking. You got to get up on the grass, Drew. There's a car coming. Come on, Drew. There you go. All right. Well, she pooped and peed. That's fantastic. So, Birdman, it's really amazing the legacy that the Adam West Batman series left us. So much. The superheroes were so popular. We had so many cartoons and wonderful things to people trying to cash in on the superhero. Even Archie and his gang became superheroes there for a little while to cash in on it. That lasted for a few years, 2, 3 years. Um, well, got my breakfast here. Our new sponsor, and nice can of Colt 45 to wash it down with. Colt 45 for the new Pop Tops. Man, it's unbelievable, these modern technology. I think this was when that UFO crashed at Roswell. They found cans with, that's where they came up with the idea. That and Velcro are actually alien technology. Speaking of alien technology, David Wilcock's going to go live today on YouTube about 1 o'clock maybe. Usually goes for 4 or 5 hours. He's very entertaining, far more entertaining than this show. Um, and he never says that he actually talked about that, how he is through sheer force of will, he does not say And I realize how much I say that. And I say, well, maybe it is a flaw. But my wife says, no, it's just, I'm making a lot of progress in the basement with the cleanup down there. Um, Later today, one of the live streams today, Kevin from Gotham City Comics, who hopefully has gone back to bed because he shouldn't be up at this hour. But he doesn't work today, and he brought some lady brought in a bunch of garbage to try to sell him this. I don't know, maybe it wasn't garbage, but to me it's garbage. Like stuff that normal people collect, like Pokemon kind of stuff. I don't think it was Pokemon. Kevin wouldn't have bought Pokemon, but it was anyway. She had some old Charlton Hoarder comics padding the box at the bottom. She said, "Oh, you don't want that." Of course, that was the most interesting thing she had. The stuff that was used to pad the bottom of the cardboard box. That, you know, so he's he got those, and it's like I'm eager to. It's like, oh, where are you gonna sell them? Are you gonna sell 'em? He says, well, I got to go through them and see which ones I want. So he's took him home to read them and see pick out which ones he wants. Then I'm gonna pounce like a vulture and say, I want all the rest of them. Um, so maybe we'll get to look at some vintage horror Charlton comics. It's hard to imagine if you told me in third, fourth grade someday you'll get really excited about these Charlton horror comics. I'd say, are you kidding? But I mean, to a little kid, they're clearly inferior to everything else that was coming out. But now they look like masterpieces, which they really were. It's just there was an embarrassment of riches back in when I was a kid. You had Mike Klug and Bernie Wrights and Val Mayrick and Neil Adams and Marie Severin, John Severin, and all these. And it's like then you see Charlton, but Charlton had good artists. Tom Staton, Steve Ditko was all over them because He had freedom working for Charlton, even though it was a cheap operation where the pages were all didn't line up. They weren't cheap printing and everything. And they paid less, but there was less bullshit. He'd rather produce more and get paid. He'd rather produce more to get the same money and not have to deal with bullshit from editorial people. You know, he had problems with Stan Lee, of course. You know that mainly because to a large degree because of the '67 cartoon that was just shown earlier on this channel. Um, it's like, hey, I created these characters. Why am I not being? And of course, Kirby the same way. Birdman meets Bird Boy. That's weird. That I always thought that was weird. His rallying cry. It's like he shouts Birdman when he goes into action. It's like product placement. It's like I'm announcing that I'm Birdman. Um, Johnny Storm saying "Flame On." That made sense because he's saying, "Hey, back away! I'm about." And you don't want to accidentally catch on fire, do you? All right, I got shit to do. He looks like Peter Parker, doesn't he? Well, let's get down to the basement then. Hold on. Romany Man says, hi, hello, Romany Man. When you go on at different hours, you get different. I don't think I've ever seen Romany Man in the chat before, but sometimes going on different hours, you get people watching from the other side of the globe. Gary Davis says, too damn early. Sorry if I woke you up. Yeah, it's too damn early, but, you know, early to bed, early to rise makes the man healthy, wealthy, and wise, Gary. Why are you up, man? I didn't wake you up. You have an alarm set when I go on or something? Sorry about that. But I got to get this arcade ready down here, man. That's the that's the truth. Oh shit. Sorry about the language, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, gotcha. Yeah, we got an arcade here, but we got stuff on the arcade. This is a Travis Bickle action figure. He used to be on a card until we moved, and then he fell off the card. That was not a good thing because the card was the best thing about him, man. Wonder if I can get a new one. Because it's just funny that the taxi driver action figure exists. Of course, it's not made for kids, but it's still just funny. Taxi Driver is a great movie. until you realize that, I mean, you can't deny that Robert De Niro was a fantastic actor. But then you start realizing he really is good at playing insane characters because he is insane. But that was. Oh, what is going on here, man? Hope this is. Hope my wife can't hear this. Down in the basement. She's on. That's how loud this is, man. I got to frame this. This was done by a friend of mine back in the 80s. Look at this. He signs it Norman Rockwell. That's fantastic. He now does all the advertising for Six Flags over Texas. I guess the whole Six Flags Corporation. Man, come on, man. I'm taking this stuff down and organizing it. I'm sick of it. Why is it on top of a pinball machine? Then I can't play pinball. Yourself. We're gonna this Christmas. We're getting organized now. I'm done with this, man. Once again, as in olden days, we will have pinball down here. Oh my God. This is funny. Third grade, looks like I used tracing paper to trace the Pirates of the Caribbean model kit box. Here's a Spider-Man poster. I'm sure it's highly collectible. I don't know, maybe it is. What artist is this? What time period is this? Join Marvel's year-long celebration, swinging its way to a store near you. Seems like this would be hung up in a store. Why would it say in a store near you? This is not like this is going to be hung up somewhere else other than a comic store. Who's this? Bagley, 92. This is from a poster from 1992. So to me, that's recent, but I guess that's a long time ago. I reckon. How do you fold this for Schlugger thing? Have yourself a merry. Maybe this is how you do it. This doesn't seem to fold in a normal way, man. What's wrong with it? Oh, it goes like that? Okay, I figured it out. Sorry, low IQ. I'm a low IQ individual. This is really cool. Candy topper from the '90s for this Adams Family cartoon. The only problem is it's real sticky to the touch. This rubber has plastic, whatever it is not chemicals must be oozing out of it or something. Have yourself a merry little Christmas. Okay, here's a dust brush. I can use this. Yes, I can. Yes. This is not from I Dream of Jeannie, but the Jeannie Saturday morning cartoon from the '70s. I need to get this up on the Halloween wall over here. That's your stuff. Oh yeah. So this is a Hulk beanie. There you go. Does that make me look like the Hulk? Here's some. Unfortunately, it's all messed up. This picture of Sharon Tate. It's a great picture, man. If she just was always armed like this, she could have taken care of those Charles Manson idiots. Wouldn't that have been great? I guess that was the plot of, well, what's it? Once Upon a Time in Hollywood or whatever, where Sharon Tate is actually rescued. There's a bunch of photos. I wonder what's in here. Perhaps we should find out, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, some of my mother's napkins. I think my wife was needing some napkins. What is this? Oh man, how did I get a roll of? It's Heidelberg Castle in 17. Oh man, horrible. Why was it rolled and messed up like that? Oh, a bow tie. I can wear this to make. Oh, it doesn't fit around my neck. How did this ever fit around my neck? It wasn't. Oh, you can adjust it. Okay, this is like I guess what guys at Chippendales wore. Here's a piece of Aurora slot car racetrack. There's a place called the Bowling Hotel in Maryland. Okay. Let's start taking some of this stuff upstairs, man. This actually is very warm. This I should wear this out to the gas station, man. I didn't realize these beanies really do keep the top of your head warm. My wife just ordered me a beanie because I was saying it's so cold, man, at work when I don't have gloves and a hat. So she ordered me one. I need to tell her I already have one, man, a very distinguished looking one. Oh shit! Fuck! Pardon my language. Gary Owens doing the voice of Space Ghost there. Of course, that's Tim Matheson, playing Jace. He uh, he was Otter in Animal House. No, you didn't wake me up. No, you didn't wake me. Just up for some reason. Yeah. I was joking about that. All right, let's see what I brought up here. Stuff that's been on top of this adjusted correctly, is it? I got it. It's not lined up properly. There we go. Is that dust? There's dust. Dust on the Hulk's hair. Dust on. You know that sign. Dust on the Bible. Dust on. Oh, it's on this side. Dust on the Holy Word. It shouldn't have dust in. Yeah. I look like Mr. Spock on fentanyl. I got these little doll heads everywhere, man. I literally probably have 100 of these things, different hair colors, doll heads. I'm sure that this is something that John Boris could have a field day with. This is called a flat. This they would have these in record stores in the windows, and it's the album cover, right? And on the back, it's got the you know. So Kirsty McCall was great. She passed away. She was I think she did the original version of "They Don't Know" that Tracy Ullman had a hit with in the '80s before. She did the original version of that, I think. This is something that should be framed. It's a poster for Geronimo. How about that? Geronimo. Why did people start saying Geronimo whenever they jump out of, building, planes and stuff, or whatever? There's some reason for that. This U.S. News and World Report's all messed up, man. But it's like something I saved for a reason. I gotta flatten this. Startling new research shows why America's first political wars were far worse than today's. I don't know if it was worse than today. This is an old magazine. This is from 2001. They had no idea how it would become um, in the post Clinton Obama era. Oh my gosh. Here's a Herman Munster mask. That looks pretty good, doesn't it? Who gave these out? I think these came from that pizza place, Papa John's, but I could be wrong. Papa John's used to have some good stuff that you could get. Oh my gosh. Remember these things? How about that? These are from 2005. It says, look, it's the IBM format. There's probably, each one probably has about 5 pictures on it. So that was probably used in the production of my ridiculous magazine. Okay, so old days we had to get pictures developed at Eckerd was a drugstore. Oh, it's pictures of my collection stuff. This is there a date on the back? I don't know how to read these numbers, but anyway, this is a long time ago. Maybe there's something in here that will help me date it. I know these were taken after the 1990s. I got this Hedy Lamarr wax figure in the 1990s. I went into an antique store in the name was the town, man. I lived there for a year and I don't remember what it was. It was in East Texas, man. What was that place called? Damn, I've already forgotten the name of the town. So no, much bigger town than this one. They actually had crime there, and not much. They had a mall. I wonder if they still have that mall. And they had a couple of comic stores. At least, yeah, they had a couple of comic stores. One in the mall and one. This is the mid '90s. Everywhere had comic stores. It was called Longview, Texas. Okay, man, I've tried to forget that year of my life. But anyway, I go in this antique store and they had a bunch of wax figures for sale from an old wax museum. And this is the one I wanted to. Well, I got two. I got a Jean Harlow that was all beaten up. That one I no longer have. But I got this Hedy Lamarr. Now she's dressed as Cleopatra, and she never played Cleopatra, so I think she was redressed as Cleopatra probably in 1962 when the Elizabeth Taylor Cleopatra movie was coming out. So they figured we want Cleopatra in our museum. Anyway, so it was. So I put her on a payment plan. I think it was a few $100s to get it. I don't remember, but she also had all these different figures of Jesus from the, and his apostles from, and she had uh, Jackie Kennedy and John and Caroline, from the funeral, but they were all beaten up. They looked like they'd been a few rounds with Mike Tyson. Uh, yeah. Oh man, here's the vampire model kit I built, but she still has her cigarette holder that got lost in the move. And this is good because this will allow me to put the Munster model kit, which I still haven't reassembled after the move, back. I can use this as a reference to see where all the little pieces go. I have all the pieces, but oh, Earthworm Jim started. Gotta stop it. Anyway, so I need this. Good that I found this. Where's the? Where's the remote? Ah, just a moment. If I was a remote control, I would be, under the Spider-Man poster. That makes sense. Okay. What was that? Oh, I'm trying to see if there's anything that would help me date when these pictures were taken. Um, but all this stuff is still around, just in different places. Um, oh boy. Oh, okay. This is this is before I framed this painting that Joe Riley did of Vampira. It's still unframed, and I think I framed that pretty quickly after. So these may be from the 1990s. There's my comic book spinner rack, but mm, yeah, I don't know. Yeah, it's probably from the 90s. There's my Zombies of the Stratosphere poster. Um, it's cool to find these pictures. How about that? Listen, Joe. Okay. All right. What's in this one? Pictures of model kits. Yeah, I mean, the 1990s was probably the last time you had to do take pictures this way. I mean, pretty soon you would get. Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah. Oh my gosh, this is great. What I just found. This is Joe Riley's. Joe Riley made. He used this in the Hypnotic Eye. That he made this Herman Munster head sculpt. He sculpted that and painted it, and this was his Herman. I wonder if that survives to today. Right. And here's a picture of his some of his Ultraman collection. Look at that. I've got to take pictures of these and put them on Instagram. Um, or maybe there's a Hypnotic Eye Facebook page that's for fans of the Hypnotic Eye TV show. And these are pictures. Here's some of his GI Joes. Again, Joe Riley, the Hypnotic Eye guy. That I probably can light these better later. Oh yeah, I'm so glad I took pictures of his collection. Here's some Ultraman monster. Yeah, man, he passed away way too young. There's some more of his Ultraman collection. I think these are called Poppy figures. It was a pretty sure that was the name of the company that made these kind of figures. Look at that. Yeah, all this stuff looks great together. That's I tend to have everything spread around, but when you put a bunch of stuff, similar stuff together, it looks cool. It's like I have duplicates of each picture. He really loved Ultraman. They called him Ultra Joe. Um, he loved Japan and Japanese culture. I'm so glad I found these, man. Yeah, I really miss this guy. Yeah, so that these are definitely from the 1990s. No, that's my collection again. Um, wow, wasn't expecting that fine. Joe Riley, Hypnotic Eye. That's fantastic. All right. Oh boy, this is made in China for Target, June 2013. One size fits most. This product contains fake fur, spot clean only. Fake fur. This product contains fake fur glasses. That is, it's very, I like that hat. It's very, why do I own that hat is the question. I think they had a superhero day at work and it's like, dressed as a superhero. So I went to Target and I grabbed that hat because I didn't want to actually wear a superhero outfit. This one guy bought a Superman suit and wore it to work, and it was like horrible because he didn't have any idea that it was kind of obscene. That never mind. It was just like, my God, I don't want to look because it was just a certain part of the anatomy. It was a bulge. It's like, man, put some. You need to put some thick underwear on before you put on the suit because it was just like, my God, that poor guy did not realize. Okay, so yeah, I'm not wearing any superhero outfits to work, ladies and gentlemen. 2013, man, 11 years. I've had that Hulk hat for 11 years. I'm just now realizing how warm it keeps you. How about I put some Deputy Dog cartoons on, man? I'm in a Deputy Dog mode. I'm in a Deputy Dog state of mind. What was that? I'm in a New York state of mind. Oh my God. Should have been a Deputy Dog state of mind. That would have been a better song. Well, they misspelled dog. Dog is supposed to be DAWG. These people don't know anything. In the cartoon, I know the dog's not spelled that way in real life because he's a hillbilly, man. Deputy Dog. I need to find someone that has really good quality Deputy Dog transfers on YouTube because most of these are recorded off of the USA Network in the 90s and they don't look too good. And this is off the USA Network. Come on, man. 1962 was a wonderful year. Um, this one looks pretty good. Shit, ladies and gentlemen.
I sure do like these egg fries. Me too, Musty. I can just taste them right now. Nice scramble there, Mug. Who's going to get the eggs? Why, Musty always gets the eggs. Sure, he's the fastest critter in the South. He can defy old Deputy Dog without even trying hard. It's possible. It's possible. Be sure you get fed, Musty. I'm starved. Take out. This means you. The old Deputy Dog knows I can't read writing. Ooh, Musty at it again. I'll get two for old Mr. Alligator, two for me, two for Tycoon, two for me, and two for Vincent Van Gogh, and two for me, and two for old Al, and two for me, and two for Mother Moose, and two for me. Oh, Musty, don't give up that easy. He'll be back.
You know, there's people who don't celebrate Christmas because they say it's a pagan holiday. And yeah, it originally was a pagan holiday, but
Why don't you give up,
um,
You know you ain't going
I don't think people today think about Odin on Christmas morning. And if something has pagan origins and you convert it into a Christian holiday, is it okay? Is are they going to get upset about that upstairs? Because it's, I mean, it seems like it just depends on, I don't know, man. I mean, yes, Santa Claus and all that is a pagan origins. I mean, the kids in ancient Norway, Germany, whatever, the Viking kids, they would they would hang these up because they thought, Odin, and you may know this from the Thor comic books, had a flying horse, right? And the horse had 8 legs. And so, of course, now we've got Odin, or Santa Claus, who's based on Odin with the big white beard, has 8 reindeer that fly. Of course, reindeer don't exist in Israel, or so all of the whole thing with dwarves and everything. Dwarves would make weapons, and now they make toys, and Santa Claus, know who's been good and who's been bad. Of course, Odin had 2 ravens that sat on each shoulder and come tell him what's been going on down, in Earth on Midgard. They'd say who's been doing what, and that's how he would keep informed of what's going on. So he knows who's been good and who's been bad. And anyway, so Odin's horse would land on your roof, and then the kids would leave treats out for Odin's horse. Sleipnir, I believe, was his name. And then in turn, I think Odin would fill their stockings with treats for helping out his horse. Now, the Vikings had a custom to welcome visitors because it was so damn cold there. If you are traveling and you come to someone's house and they don't allow you in, you're probably not going to survive. So they had to have this custom to welcome in strangers. And so, in order to enforce that, they say you never know when the stranger's actually going to be Odin in disguise. So you let him in, and Odin, if you welcome him in to your house, then and feed him, that he reveals himself to be Odin, and then he would tell you stories of the gods and the grandeur and the glory and all of that. And then those would be the stories they would write down, and that would become part of their religion. So they believe that Odin would visit people and tell them stories. And I think their Bible is called the Edda, right? Edda. I don't know, man. I don't know what's true and what's Jack Kirby telling me stuff. It's like, yeah. Did you know this guy is Odin, man? How about that? You didn't know this guy was Odin, did you? Sure didn't.
Got room in the woods till this blows over muskrat.
Yeah, that's a pretty good transfer of Deputy Dog here, man. I'm pleased. Let's see how this one looks. Yeah, this doesn't have the USA TV logo on it and everything.
Wake up, Marsky. You got a fish on your line there. It's possible.
It's possible.
Here come old Vincent Van Gopher. Muskie, Muskie. Hello there, Vance. Hello, alligator. Where's Muskie? I'm right here, Vance. Hey, Muskie, I just saw the sheriff tacking up a sign back here. He always tacking up signs. Yeah, but you know what this one say? Muskrat hunting season open today. Muskrat hunting season? He went that way. Yonder he is, hanging in the treetop. Nice work there, Vance. High tide in the street. But don't worry, I'll get you out. You okay in there, Muskie? I'm ready, alligator. Let him come. Oh, man, I gotta work fast. Don't shoot, don't shoot. If you look at Muskrat, he went that way. What's the matter with you? Don't you know a rackety coon when you see one? Stupid.
Man, I love Deputy Dog.
Stupid.
Words cannot explain how much I love Deputy Dog Lizard.
How about his creek license? Well, that big dog, he started when I made my getaway. You okay there, Muskie? I'm completely surrounded by people. Yeah.
Take this ring light upstairs, man. Because in a later live stream today, I'm going to be up in the comic book room, uh, comic book attic, I should call it.
Yeah, let go of that rope. Hey, alligator, look at that wall. I only did what the man said. Yeah, he only has coaches. Uh-oh. Now he's gonna try to pull all those creek noodles. This time season more fun than last year. It sure liven up the place, Muskie. And that sure is a ferocious underdog. He must be a bird dog the way he flew over the creek there. See you later, alligator. Snake, snake, look out for the creek snake. Oh, look, oh, boom. I think I chased him away for you there.
Deputy Dog was awesome. So what are you up to, Gary? You up to important things today?
Look at there, the dog. Look. It's like, oh, hey, you done caught him red-handed there, deputy dog. Look at me. Thanks, Muskie. You can have those eggs as a reward for catching a nut with you. Yeah, for 30 days, deputy dog. That's how long Western hunting season lasts. Creek just don't seem the same without our old Mr. Alligator around. I wonder how he's doing down there in Miami. He's doing fine. He got a good job in the Sunny Isles Indian Village. Look at this here funky guy. He says he just loaf all night and let the tourists take pictures of him. Mm-hmm. Let's go visit old alligator. Oh, man, this is the life of Riley. Wait a minute, Mr. Tourist. I'll give you a good profile there. Hi there, alligator. Oh, Muskie. Oh, there, deputy dog. We sure do miss you out there in the creek, alligator. I miss the creek too, boys, but I sure do have it good here. All I do is eat and hope and attention all tourists. Please go to the alligator pit. Big Chief Carlos Sahachi is going to wrestle a vicious alligator. Ooh, hey, look at the size of that salmon. Holy! Yeah, I wonder who's going to wrestle here. Don't look now, alligator, but you're the only alligator in the field.
All right. Oh,
Just a little lost.
there are people saying all those Terry Toon cartoons, Larry, Sam, Heckle and Jekyll, and Tom Terrific with Manfred. Nothing important planned, just taking it easy. Yes, indeed.
Man, we've got to help old alligator get out of there. You worry, alligator. We're going to get you back to the creek there, boy. I'm going to serve you with a really cook. Well, you done broke his baby.
It's like I have a home burned Messer Chups CD. I don't know where this came from. It must be my wife's. They're a Russian band. Would have been better if You know, if James Gunn really wanted to put Ukrainian, Russian, whatever music in Creature Commandos, why not use measured chops instead of that Gogol Bordello? I just didn't. I thought that music was kind of dopey, but I like the cartoon. It was all right. It was pretty good, actually. I think I'm gonna like Creature Commandos. It's not exactly the Creature Commandos I used to read in Weird War Tales. I'm not sure if that's the way Creature Commandos is depicted in today's comic books, or if I wouldn't know. Oh, let's check the tire. It seems like it's holding up, man.
Into central and southern Iowa.
Shit.
This side up here in the 40s to near 50. Central National Weather Service forecast reporting Bedford, Mount Air, and surrounding locations today sunny. Highs in the lower 60s.
Oh, wow.
Southwest winds 15 to 20 miles an hour. Tonight, partly cloudy. Lows around 30. Southwest winds 10 to 15 miles an hour. Becoming northwest 5 to 10 miles an hour after midnight. Monday, sunny. Cooler with highs in the upper 40s. Temperatures falling into the lower 40s in the afternoon. West winds 15 to 20 miles an hour with gusts up to 30 miles an hour. Monday night, partly cloudy. Lows in the lower 20s. Northwest winds around 10 miles an hour with gusts up to 20 miles an hour. Tuesday, mostly sunny. Much cooler with highs in the lower 30s. Northwest winds 10 to 15
Oh, well,
miles an hour.
that's good. They took their Kamala Harris waltz sign down. I guess they've recognized defeat.
Lows 15 to 20. Chance of snow 20%. Wind chill values as low as 10 above. Wednesday, sunny. Highs in the upper 20s.
What a magnificent sunrise, ladies and gentlemen.
In the morning, highs in the mid 40s. Chance of rain 20%. Again, the forecast for morning, Bedford, Mount Air, and surrounding locations for today, sunny. Highs in the lower 60s. Southwest winds 15 to 20 miles an hour. These are the 7 a.m. conditions for the Crescent area. At the Crescent Airport, it was clear. The temperature was 36 degrees, the dew point 36, and the relative humidity 100%. The wind was out at 10 miles an hour, producing a wind chill of 28. The pressure was 29.78 inches and rising. Looking around the area, at Redov, fog was reported with a temperature. Oh man. It was clear with a temperature of 38 at Lamoni, 39 at Shenandoah, 36 at Clorinda, 20. Oh, Shenandoah, I long to see you. Wide. Oh, yeah, man. All this thing. Man, there's 50 million Amish people inside the gas station, man. I guess they're here getting food.
don't think you need gas for horses. Man, I love the Amish. They're so cool. But it's such a weird feeling to be inside a gas station and see people walking around like, damn, it's like Little House on the Prairie. Uh, Imagine seeing Pa and the family in a gas station. So it's very surreal, man. They're like right out of 1842. It's really neat. I really admire them. I think that's cool. It's all very cool. Let's see if we can find the horse.
Degrees, the dew point.
They have to have a big.
And the relative humidity 100%.
There was a bunch of them, so they must have a
Wind
giant
was
bug,
10 miles
a
an hour,
giant horse.
producing a wind chill of 28. The pressure was 29.78 inches and rising. Looking around the area,
Where's their damn
Red
horse?
fog was reported with a
I
temperature
don't
of
see any
32.
horse, man. Where are they coming
It was
from?
clear with a temperature of 30.
Maybe they
at
teleported
Lamar,
in like
39
Star
at
Trek.
Shenandoah, 36 at Clarinda, 28 at Atlantic, and 20.
Maybe the horse is back behind the gas
Des Moines,
station.
it was partly cloudy with a temperature of 38. Here are some conditions elsewhere in Iowa and Missouri. Skies range from clear to partly
Things like that
It was
are a lot of fun for me. Seeing Amish people, seeing snow, things that maybe people take for granted. I think they're really neat. You don't see Amish people in Texas where I'm from.
reported 25. Now for a few weather conditions around the region. Grand Island it was clear. The temperature was 31 degrees. The wind was 23. In fall, it was mostly cloudy. The temperature was 28 degrees. At Minneapolis in fall, it was mostly cloudy. The temperature was 31 degrees.
You ever ridden a horse?
70. In Crescent, it was clear. The temperature was 32 degrees. The winds were 28. Now here is the hazard from the mountains from central Iowa. For today in central hazard, weather is expected at this time. And now the extended outlook for Saturday and hazard weather is expected at this time. Water information with water activation.edu. This is so at all hazard weather with station and I can put it in Iowa. Transmitting of 160.45 megahertz. This is all the accuracy from the National Weather Service at Des Moines, Iowa. The current
Wonder,
at 7
do the Amish celebrate Christmas?
today, like about 7 o'clock, northern Iowa overnight temperatures there in the upper 20s below 30 by 4 a.m. Temperatures were warming to central and southern Iowa, remaining below the wind has been out of the southeast for 5 to 10 miles per hour. With overnight and wonder and wonder
So I guess an Amish church service is probably in German, right? They speak German, I think. I was watching some videos for a while on YouTube about the Amish. It was really fascinating. I think I need to do more research. You need watching Amish. Maybe you could come in the chat and tell me about the Amish religion. Gary, are you Amish? Gary looks like he could be Amish. He decorates his place kind of like the Amish do, I think. He has kind of an Amish looking decor in his basement. Is anybody even watching?
You gotta do something different, dog.
Back to Nibbity Dog.
Something all freaking darn home.
10 humans. I'm going to probably end the stream in a minute. Switch. God damn. Oh. Switch over to another stream. Because I had 3 planned for today. And
never mind what it is. You just listen and you'll see that the country's at peace again.
where's the remote? Where is the remote? Okay. This is the ultimate maple waffle sandwich.
What you doing with that heavy anvil, Deputy Dog? I'm going to bend that cotton picking rifle barrel double. Come on, Yankee. I am ready for you, boy. My soul. Don't run away, Deputy Dog. You'll get him next time. You bet I will, Muskie. Oh, wait. Maybe that stubborn old Confederate will listen to me now.
Good morning, Meyer. You're black.
I want to talk to you.
You might want to rewind, Meyer. I was showing some photographs. If you kind of scan back to where I'm showing these photographs that I found, some envelopes filled with photographs that had been developed at a drugstore. I found photographs of Joe Riley's toy collection that I had taken in the 90s.
Come on, General Bryant. I got your surrender flag.
A bunch of, I think they're called Popey or Popey, I think, toys.
Lay down your arms there, boy. 2, 3, 4. Old General Lee will sure be proud of me. Finish. Get on there, boy. Come on. 2, 3, 4. Yahoo! The war's over. Yeah, get back to
So I got an old Confederate guy that's still around.
and shoot him in somebody.
Well, this cartoon was made in 1960.
Oh, yeah.
If a guy was in the Civil War as a 12-year-old, which I think there were 12-year-olds, very young people that fought, I guess, I don't know, when did the last Civil War veteran die?
There, tycoon. I'm making some good old persimmon sap for a little extra flavor there.
Imagine they were all gone by the time I was born, 1965,
We're just stopping up.
100 years after the war.
Well,
Unless they were 10 years old fighting and they were 110.
homemade soft drinks must be tested and approved by the proper authority and that.
I think probably in the 1940s or 50s, the last Civil War veteran probably passed away.
To the jail for the legal taste test.
But all I have to do is just ask Siri, the little magical AI genie, and she'll tell me. My wife just got a new phone and it lets you choose all these different voices for Siri. All these different women's voices, different timbres, so I guess it sounds more like the type of voice that's most pleasing to you. Might be real. You might like a Jodie Foster kind of tomboy voice, or you might like a a voice that sounds like Anne Margaret or something. I don't know, different choices, different female voices, and the different guys' voices, and then you can get different accents, like they're from England or some foreign country where they don't speak English well. Man, Meyer says, excellent, I'll watch it later.
We better do something before he drinks any more.
I could just hold on. He likes Susan St. James's voice. Indeed.
Let me go. I'm sorry, but you're going to have to stay right here until we figure out this here predicament. Ow, he kicked me in my shin bone. He may have drunk, but his disposition ain't changed none. It's a good thing he didn't drink any more of this here stuff, or he might have disappeared into flaming. Now, just a cotton picking minute. You put that julep back where you found it. I ain't through with the taste test yet. He's just broke loose and grew back to his normal size. I think the effects of this here julep must have worn off. Oh my! I should never have added that persimmon sap. Ooh-wee! He's been drinking it again. I'm sure worried about poor old Deputy Dog. When he drinks that whole tub full, he's going to be so puckered up, he'll never get back to his real size again. Let's sneak over and get it back before he wakes up. Oh my. He gone, done, and did it. Whiskey, look. Oh my. That's all there's left to him. He done puckered away to nothing.
He says, she would be my Siri, gravelly but sweet. Susan St. James has such a sexy voice, says Gary. Yeah, Susan St. James. Okay, yeah, I remember. Yeah, I remember her most from Diamonds Are Forever. Um, what else would I know her from?
Now you done changed back to it. cotton picking really good time. Oh, wait, there's two of them. That ain't two of me. My little brother, he's walking in his face there. Isn't that you? Now get back to bed there, little fella. By the way,
Milan and Wife. Yeah, I never watched that. Diamonds Are Forever, though. I watched.
I'll supervise the production of that.
Diamonds Are Forever is where you see Crispin Glover's dad, who was also a weird guy. All right. I'm going to end this stream and start another one before too long. So make sure you turn on your notifications, ladies and gentlemen. I'll be appearing soon. Take care.